Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're fine today. Now, I want to tell you about our material. It's about stocks and shares. But before that, I and my friends will introduce self. My name is Luthfiyyah QURRATUL'AINI. You can call me Aini.
Hello, my name is REHE. You can call me Rosie.
Hi, my name is Erminolda Maria Soonai. You can call me Ermin.
Hi, my name is ISABELA SINE.
Hello, my name is Maya Engggelina TANEO. You can call me Maya.
Hi, my name is LOISE MANUK. You can call me Hilda.
The first time, I will to start the presentation from definition. In short, both can be interpreted as shares. However, there is a slight difference that stocks refer to ownership of shares of one or several companies at once, while shares refer to ownership of a portion of shares of one company. The difference between the two terms tends to be blurred in the world of financial markets. In American English, the two can be used interchangeably to refer to the financial ownership of a public company, a company that sells its shares to the public. Of the two, the term stocks has a more general context, namely ownership of some shares of one or several companies. On the other hand, shares have a special context, namely ownership of shares in a company specifically, so it can be said the shares are the smallest unit of stock of a company. And then, destination. Number 1, recruitment and retention. Competition in the labor market is increasing for skilled and capable employees. When seeking to recruit potential employees, the ability to be able to promise them an equity stake can be a tool. Number 2, improve cash flow. Equity compensation can often replace some cash compensation. Programs such as stock grants and stock option programs will enable a company to compete in the labor market without having to pay high salaries. Number 3, motivation and performance. This equity will only be of value if the company's performance makes it valuable. Therefore, employees who have a significant capital interest in their company will have a strong incentive to be able to devote their best work in maximizing company performance and share value. Number 4, group culture development. Companies with a variety of long-term employee and ownership experience have found that it provides a solid foundation on which to build a strong work culture. Providing a market for shares, ISOP founders can also provide an attractive market for the shares of private companies. Number 5, takeover anticipation tools. Companies then can define against hostile takeover, use ISOPs for that.
Benefit. One of the main benefits of stock is that they can be used as investment instruments, both short-term and long-term. Thus, house stock as short-term investment usually only want to get capital gains from the difference between the purchase price and the selling price. Unlike those who use stock as long-term investment, where they often buy stock or save stocks. Types. 1. Types of shares in terms of ability in claims or claims. Common stock. This type of stock has the characteristic that it can claim ownership of all income and assets owned by the company. 2. Types of stock in terms of how they are transferred. Barred stock. Physically, the share does not have the name of transfers from one investor to another. Many investors orders shares with the intention of being traded. 3. Types of stock in terms of trading performance. Blue chip stock. This type of stock is sought after by investor. Reputation is a high-ranking actor in the industry and has a stable and consistent income in paying dividend.
Example and real situation relevant to the topic. Shares of state-owned enterprise. State-owned enterprise are business intense whose ownership is partly or wholly controlled by the Republic of Indonesia. Example of shares of state-owned enterprise. Number 1. The field of energy empowerment. Number 2. Airport. Number 3. Land transportation. Number 4. Banking. Number 5. Insurance field. Banking shares. Banking stock are the financial sector which is covered by banking stocks. Banking stock example. Number 1. PT Persero. Number 2. BNI Bank. Property shares. Property investment is a type of investment related to the purchase, ownership, rental, management, and sale of real assets to generate profit or profits. Example of profit shares. Number 1. PT Pakuan shares. Number 2. Shares of PT Ciptura. Number 3. Shares of PT Bumi Serpong. Number 4. Shares of PT Agung. Pharmaceutical stocks. Pharmaceutical stocks sample. Number 1. PT Merck Indonesia. Number 2. PT Kalbe Pharma.
Example of cases related to the topic. The impact of COVID-19 on the development of US and Chinese stock. China and the United States stock index performance as of July 17, 2020. The total number of COVID-19 cases in the range 83,660 and 4,634 people that manual in the US. The total number of cases reached 3,833,716 and 142,881 people did. Using COVID-19 as a reference, the performance of stock in the United States should be negative and performance of stock in China should be positive based on the performance of the SINE stock exchange composite index as a reference for Chinese stock and the S&P 500 index as a reference for a stock from the beginning of the year to July 17, 2020, taken from the Bloomberg website as follows.
Since the beginning of the year, SHCOMB's performance has been positive 5.9% 3.38%, in line with the economic recovery and activity there. Meanwhile, SPX has almost returned to its initial level with a growth of -0.19%. As an illustration, Indonesia itself, which has not sustained a sloping case, and the PSBB, which is still being extended. From the beginning of the year until 17 July 2020 posts a performance of -20.56%. In the context of the capital market, the value or price of a stock index is a factor of demand and supply. If demand is greater than supply, the price will rise. On the other hand, if demand is less than supply, price will fall. COVID-19 made the central bank in the United States disburse the largest stimulus in history to the financial sector and the real sector. The form of stimulus can be in the form of relaxation of loan terms, lending to direct cash assistance. This stimulus makes the money circulating in the community increase. In the context of the capital market, money supply equals demand. Indirectly, the stimulus policy made demand greater than supply so that the price of paper assets such as stock increased. In conditions of uncertainty, foreign funds tend to prefer to buy assets in developed countries compared to developing countries or flight to quality. Support only by funds from individual investors and local institutions. The GCI can indeed rise but tends to be limited. And when the situation improves and foreign funds return, the combination of new local and foreign investors can make the GCI rise faster. The COVID-19 factor will indeed be an obstacle to the increase, but over time, it is no longer the only cause of stock price going up and down.
This question. Number 1. Have you ever speculated in anything? What happened? Yes. What often happens is that when I want a big profit, I have to be willing to take a big risk. In a chance, I was able to make a much bigger profit than in investment. This is what is meant by the principle of high risk, high return. When I managed to get through the crisis, that you can get big profit. As an illustration, you decide to buy the disputed land at a fairly cheap price. Even though it has a big risk, I can get a lot of profit if the dispute can be resolved properly. This also applies the other way around. If the dispute is not resolved, I will suffer a hard loss as well. Number 2. Do you agree with Mark Twain that it's always dangerous to speculate in stock and share? Yes. Number 3. The stock market crash event is also known in several states known as Black Tuesday, which is the beginning of the collapse of the stock market. Black Monday and Black Tuesday, when the crash occurs, which creates panic for up to 5 days afterward, namely on 24, 28, 29 October 1929. Number 4. The purpose of the company issue is to obtain funds from investors. Therefore, company routinely sell several shares on the Indonesian stock exchange. Issuance of shares by company is the main way to increase business capital for company in addition to using bonds. Issue of share by company is the main way to increase business capital for company in addition to using bonds. With the company choosing to issue share, this will allow the wheels of business to run again for companies that need fresh funds or funding in the long term. Number 5. Do you possess any share? Why did you them? How did you buy them? I don't have stock. Thank you for your attention. I hope the information we convey can be useful for you.